Hey everybody, just doing a bit of a quick update this week. I don't have a lot of videos coming out this week. I apologize, no Heresy Hump Day this week. It's been a bit crazy. I'm working this weekend during the Easter holiday. I'm going to have family in town while I'm actually working. So it's going to be sort of kind of a crazy time. Yeah, so just I made a little bit of progress. I'm actually quite happy with the little bit that I made. I'm going to show you guys some of the heroes today and how they're looking. I have the guys behind them that were the warriors that I was working on last week. I did a fair bit of highlighting on these heroes, so I am quite happy. And actually, one of them, Herward, the Wake, actually had eyes that I felt I could paint. And so I really kind of went to town, for me at least, on his face. So I'll show this here. So I'm quite pleased because that's more than I typically do, like as far as doing the eyes. But overall, back out a little bit here. Quite pleased with this guy. Definitely did a little bit of highlighting on the cloak. I really like this miniature. For, I guess, like Danes, Vikings, guys that actually come from, Vikings and ended up essentially being Vikings in Britain, wanting to stay. He just seemed like a very cool character. Like, he kind of identifies with the levy a bit more, like the common folk, and even his character, he seems a little bit more like an underdog, and the rules are kind of like that too. Like, he does better when he's alone, and he just seems a bit like an underdog, like not the most physically imposing, dominating, but more of like, I don't know. He's got a cool look about him. Quite happy with this guy. I have my bannerman as well without a banner because I still have to do the bases on these guys, but I'm kind of pretty much done with the painting itself. So yeah, we'll have to put my Dane banner on there. I don't necessarily know all these guys' names. On here it says, from Gripping Beast, it says Harold, Gareth, and Lufwine. I believe it's Harold and his brothers. Start with the brothers first. Now the chainmail. For those of you guys that have been on the channel for a while, the chainmail, I do my own blend. Despite the fact that I have a lot of cool model like metallics like that are my favorites today, I find for these guys, I like to do just a blend of GW Abaddon Black and Bolt Gun Metal. I find it gives a really dark, gritty iron look that I quite enjoy. So I did sort of highlight up the yellow and the red for the legs and the cloth like underneath the chainmail. So yeah, happy with how that guy came out. I like a lot of Gripping Beast's hero models. I do find they're really nice. I am excited to try these guys out because they have their own rules in the game for SAGA. And then here's the head guy. So he would be equivalent to Herward, the first guy I showed. The guy that I mentioned was sort of like into the like supporting the common folk and things. This is a different choice, and when you take him, you take the two brothers that I just showed. And of course, they've got their Dane axes, and as far as a warlord goes, Just notice I do have to actually touch the side of the nose piece right there with some metallic. Just notice that I didn't catch that. So as far as Anglo-Dane warlords go, Herward, the first guy I showed, is the only one that has a sword. They all have Dane axes otherwise. So he's different in a lot of ways, which I think kind of makes him cool. As much as I like the Dane axes and stuff. But yeah, looking forward to fielding these guys. So, bit of a short update this week. Next up, I am going to just quickly finish these guys off. These guys are still technically on the painting table. But next up, I am going to work on my Goblin Wolf Riders. I think those are going to be the next ones. That'll be a little bit of a big project. I don't even know how many I have, because I do have a friend that I'm getting another group, I think 10 archers on wolves. So I may have 20 to 30 wolves. I have to look. I think that's around what I have to do. So 20 to 30 wolf riders. And so I'm going to be tackling them next. And at the same time, I think I'm going to start working on that tower with the epoxy sculpt and sculpting the tower for Saga at the same time. And actually, I'm planning on using those towers for both Saga and Age of Sigmar, like both fantasy and historical Dark Ages. And so I'm thinking about that in the design. I'm kind of incorporating that. I said at one point I was going to do some steps where people walk up the side of the tower to get to the door. That's like a level up. I'm deciding against that because it doesn't really fit with the rules in Saga. In Saga, like essentially, you attack the building. I suppose you could say that you're attacking the building from at the base and not at the door. But for some rules in game sets, you need to get to the door, and granted, I could make the building so it's just like a really difficult building to actually attack in a war game, because maybe you can only get one person up the steps to the door, but I don't really want to do that, so I'm going to do the door at the base. I'm interested in other people's thoughts on that, just that play various rule sets, what you think. But I think I'm going to do my tower at the base. I think I'm going to do like a bit of a teardrop door on it, and I think that's what I'll do. And so, yeah, for those of you that may know this, that liked Rogue One, it actually came out last weekend on DVD. I love that movie so much. I'm a Star Wars fan, but I'm not like crazy huge Star Wars fan, but I do like Star Wars, and but I really enjoyed Rogue One so much more than The Force Awakens. As much as I liked Force Awakens too, but Rogue One I was really quite excited about after I left the movie, and I knew I was going to buy it on DVD when it came out, and I got like a gift certificate from relatives at Christmas for Best Buy. And so I was like, yeah, I'm saving this, and I've kept it in my wallet until Rogue One came out, so I picked it up. So my youngest and I are going to watch that tonight. Rewatch it, I should say, because we watched it in the movies. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. And then, like I said, I'm working this weekend, so enjoying watching everybody's videos, who's putting videos out there. And I hope everybody has a good Friday, literally, and also has a great holiday weekend. All right, take care.